Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews Duo Review. This is called Four Peaks Brewing's Wow Wheat. Wow Wheat. And it's got a big orange peel in the
Is
middle.
there an exclamation point on it? Is that why you're calling it Wow Wheat?
Well, I mean, the word wow is like, it's really wow, man. It's orange wheat ale. Got the orange slice.
Yeah, man.
It's
Can I see the can?
5% alcohol.
5% alcohol,
Think the bitter-
12 fluid ounces, or 355 milliliters. Let's see.
I think the bitterness units on this are
Number one ingredient contains wheat.
That makes sense.
Enjoy fresh malt. Here we go. It's a malt beverage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Budweiser's a malt beverage.
This is also from Temple, Arizona.
Tempe.
Okay, Tempe.
Although there is a Temple University in Philadelphia. Okay, so it's been on the market about 3 years.
So before we get started with this review, this is the second one we're doing. And the other one containing wheat. This one says wheat.
It is a wheat beer.
I'm not a big fan of wheat beers. I'm just going to put that out there. So you're probably not going to get a favorable score because I'm already biased toward it.
So we got a good date. You mean bias against
the can kind of looks like, do you remember that movie Tropical Thunder, the basketball movie?
Oh, like they were trying to be about the American Basketball Association.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to that 1974 vibe when they had the World Football League. That was a real.
Are you gonna open a beer or you just gonna stare at the can the whole day?
It says malt beverage with natural flavor.
We already went through that.
With natural flavor, obviously orange.
I just went through it.
Yeah, no, I remember you saying orange. So,
That's good.
thinking along the lines of like a Blue Moon or a Shock Top. Oh man, you don't even like wheat. Look what happened.
You poured it and I said that's enough. I kept on saying that's enough.
Every time. It's a plot. It's a conspiracy. This is not right. Oh man, there's sediment throughout this thing. This is full of chunks. Obviously oranges, pulverized oranges.
Okay.
I just think.
What are you talking about? You got as much beer as I do, if not more.
No, I don't. I got ripped off. But I cheated myself, like Amy Winehouse. Like I knew I would. Okay.
You didn't do that like she does, like she did.
Yes, you don't do nothing. It smells kind of wheat beerish, meaning it doesn't have much aroma. Wheat beers are so
What do you mean?
dull.
It smells like wheat. It smells like wheat.
White wheat bread. Let's go to Mathernes and get some white wheat bread.
It smells like wheat. Boy, is this... It smells like wheat with some citrus.
Yeah, that is what it smells like.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. This is more yeasty.
Well,
This is more yeasty and more orangey than your Blue Moon or your
this
Shock.
has got an orange. I guarantee they took the oranges and they just blonded everything up. This has got orange,
Including the peels.
It's got orange zest. It's got orange pith. It's got orange body. It's probably even got the orange seeds grinded up.
Yeah, it does taste like they left the seeds in it.
It's what you'd like in an orange and what you don't like in an orange.
Yeah, the bitterness.
It's almost like if you ate a piece of dirt and it was orange flavored, you get all that earthiness coming out.
That's an interesting way to describe it.
I'm just trying to describe earthiness.
A medium body, kind of a dirty presentation like the wheat and the orange.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
filtered too much.
It's rough and gruff.
And It's kind of like Metamucil. I think if you needed Metamucil, you could just drink this. It probably would work the same way. It looks kind of like Metamucil and it smells like it. Now, I've never taken that stuff, but I knew
It does smell kind of medicine.
But I knew somebody that did, and it smelled like that. It looked like it. And I think Metamucil probably uses a bunch of wheat and gluten. Gets all in your insides. And
they use psyllium husk, which is some plant supposed to scrub your interior out. I think your interior needs to be scrubbed out.
I think this would scrub your insides.
I just think that's something they put out there so people can get sick and get put on those poison pills they want to give everyone so you can go to the hospital and they don't want them stealing all your money.
This is like the Roto-Rooter of beer. All right.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name. There goes trouble down the drain. Remember the old commercial? Roto-Rooter.
It's a mostly dry finish. This definitely does not taste like Blue Moon or Shock Top. It does taste more craft oriented.
Man, this tastes like a dirty beer. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
It tastes dirty. It tastes earthy.
I just think they started dumping them. They might have rinsed them off and just started grinding them to a pulverization level and just dumped it in the beer.
Well, I don't know.
And they left the wheat husks.
Yeah.
And then they filtered it a little bit. So what do you score this thing?
It's like a 72.
Oh, a C minus. Wow.
It's lucky it's getting a 72.
I was just watching this lady do a beer review for this. And she really liked it, but then she likes wheat beers.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I really like wheat beers.
Yeah, you gotta be I'll tell you what's really funny about the American wheat beers. The only ones that affect me like this, I can get a good German wheat beer, drink it.
Like
no problem.
Erdinger or Schneiderweiss, and it doesn't make you sick.
Mm-mm. Every time I drink an American-made wheat beer, I don't know if it's just the wheat they're using or what's going on. It just affects me funny.
I'm gonna go like a 95. I think it's a great wheat beer. I don't like wheat beers. I never like to drink wheat beers. I never want to drink a wheat beer. When I'm at the store and I see one, I don't buy it. But when people send them to me, I'm like, oh yeah, wheat beer. But they don't know. I mean, Mo was sending me. I mean, I really appreciate it, Mo, but
yeah,
they're definitely not a top beer for me. But looking at it outside my own perspective as a craft style wheat beer, I think they did a great job with it. Although I would be happy to never drink it again. So I'm gonna go with a 95. Although I do have one can left.
Did you give it something 95 that you don't want to drink again?
Because I don't grade beers on my personal preference. I grade beers on how well it's made. I think it is well made. I think they wanted to make it rough. So
it's rough, all right.
Because if I bring my personal preference in, that'll change all my scores, you know. So or change.
Excuse me.
Or would change many of the scores. So yeah, I'm gonna say 95. So we have a big difference here, you know, a 23-point difference.
I'm saying 72, but you know, I did start off the video and I let everyone know ahead of time I'm not a fan of wheat beers.
Yeah, and you were gonna be unfavorable towards it.
And the whole taste it like you threw an orange into a blender and then put it in the beer. That kind of knocked it down.
It definitely does not taste like they were just adding some orange extract. No, it tastes like you said, they were putting the whole. We were watching a video. Weren't we watching a video on YouTube somewhere, or I was? Yeah, it was at your house, I think, where they were making some kind of flavored beer. Remember, they were just pouring all the fruit in it.
Yeah.
Like it's like a big glob from a bucket.
Yeah.
I was like, look at
that.
that.
I actually had a brewmaster tell me that they made like hot pepper beer, and he told me, he said, "Yeah, we just went ahead and dumped Red Hots in it." I was like, "The Red Hots?" "Oh yeah, just got a big bag of Red Hots and dumped it in there." And it was a beer everyone loved. And after I'm sitting there drinking, I'm like, "Yeah, it does taste like Red Hots." Remember the Red Hots when we were kids? You get Red Hots, the Chewies.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like hard on that. It's like semi-hard on the outside, and it's really hot, and then it gets sweet on the inside.
Yep, that's what he used. It turned out to be one of the most popular beers ever. Who would ever thought?
So, laissez-les bon temps relay, and we're going to end this review by saying y'all go to Tempe, Arizona, and take a brewery tour.
Drink better beers, kids.